Hollyoaks. Dillon's romantic confession sends shockwaves through Saint and Lucas's lives. The complicated world of Hollyoaks is set to unravel even further next week, as Dillon Ray stuns those closest to him with a heartfelt, unexpected romantic confession. What began as a hopeful new chapter in his relationship with Lucas Hay quickly takes a sharp and emotional turn, threatening to unravel not only their bond but also the fragile stability of their chosen family. Over the past year, Dillon and Lucas have weathered numerous storms together, from dealing with physical and mental health struggles to confronting Dillon's addiction. But while they've managed to survive every obstacle thrown their way, the latest emotional upheaval could be their biggest challenge yet. A hopeful beginning turns complex. After months of upheaval, next week's Hollyoaks episodes initially show signs of promise. Dillon and Lucas appear to be entering a more peaceful and steady phase in their relationship. Having recently moved into a new home, the couple begin to find solace in domestic life. There's laughter, quiet moments of connection, and a shared sense of safety, something neither of them have truly had before. For Lucas, this new chapter represents a long-awaited opportunity to build something meaningful, while Dillon clings to the hope that love might finally anchor him amid his lifelong struggles with identity, trauma, and trust. But as with most things in Hollyoaks, peace is often fleeting, and happiness comes at a cost. Steve's own heartache. While Dillon and Lucas attempt to steady themselves, Saint Hay is navigating emotional turbulence of his own. Still reeling from the fallout with Rex Gallagher, who remains behind bars, Saint finds himself feeling isolated and vulnerable. The love he had for Rex is now tangled in memories of betrayal, manipulation, and pain. Longing to reclaim control over his personal life, Saint makes the decision to step out of his comfort zone and join a dating app. However, what was supposed to be a step forward soon spirals into a deeply personal dilemma. As Sweet browses potential matches, he's blindsided to see Dillon's face pop up on the screen. Confused and concerned, Saint is faced with a choice: keep this secret or confront the issue head-on. A shocking discovery. Saint initially hesitates to act on what he's seen. There's a web of complexities involved. Dillon is dating his son, Lucas. Lucas himself has been displaying increasingly violent tendencies, often turning his frustrations and unresolved emotions toward Saint. The last thing Saint wants is to ignite another confrontation, especially one that could fracture the fragile peace he's built at home. Still, the weight of the discovery proves too much. Eventually, Saint finds the courage to confront Dillon directly, choosing a calm and private moment. The teenager reacts with guilt, explaining that he had created the dating profile during a particularly low point in his recent mental health spiral. It was, he insists, a form of self-sabotage, something he's unfortunately done before. Dillon stresses that no actual meetings or hookups ever took place. It was more a cry for help than a betrayal of Lucas. While Saint believes Dillon's version of events, he knows that secrets have a way of festering in this village. He advises Dillon to come clean to Lucas, hoping honesty might prevent deeper wounds later on. Dillon, though nervous, agrees to take responsibility. Lucas's rage ignites. What follows is an explosive confrontation between Dillon and Lucas that leaves both emotionally scarred. Rather than appreciating the honesty, Lucas feels blindsided and humiliated. The anger he's struggled to control comes rushing to the surface. Harsh words are exchanged, and Lucas once again lashes out, echoing troubling patterns that Saint had hoped were behind them. As Dillon withdraws in tears, Saint steps in to console him. The teenager, emotionally raw, opens up about his ongoing battle with addiction and how deeply he values Steve's support throughout his recovery. It's a heartfelt moment, one that demonstrates the depth of their connection beyond any romantic implications. But then, without warning, Dillon drops a bombshell that shifts the emotional ground beneath Steve's feet. The confession that changes everything. With eyes full of uncertainty and pain, Dillon admits the unthinkable. He's developed romantic feelings for Saint. The words hang in the air, heavy with consequence. Dillon stammers through an immediate apology, his voice cracking as he tries to explain his confusion. He knows it's wrong. He knows Saint is Lucas's father. But he can't help what he feels. For Saint, the revelation is shocking. His instincts as a father, a sponsor, and a man trying to rebuild his life all collide at once. He doesn't respond right away, giving Dillon space to finish his thoughts. Dillon assures him that he doesn't expect anything in return. It's not a ploy or a test. He simply needed to be honest, if only for his own peace of mind. Saint walks away from the conversation reeling. How could this happen? What did it mean for his son's relationship? And how does he handle Dillon's admission while maintaining boundaries and safeguarding everyone's emotional well-being? The fallout deepens. Unfortunately, secrets don't stay hidden long in Hollyoaks. Lucas, still furious from his earlier confrontation with Dillon, stumbles upon the fact that Saint knew about the dating profile before Dillon confessed. To Lucas, this feels like a betrayal from both the man he loves and his own father. His anger erupts in a dramatic scene, confronting Saint with a mixture of hurt, confusion, and deep-seated resentment. Lucas can't understand why his father kept such a crucial secret from him. Saint tries to explain, about timing, about wanting to protect both boys, but the damage is already done. Lucas feels cornered and betrayed, lashing out yet again. As the episode ends, 3 hearts are left in turmoil. Dillon is crushed by the fallout, unsure whether his honesty was worth the price. Lucas is adrift, drowning in anger and suspicion. And Saint stands in the center of it all, heartbroken, burdened by the impossible weight of trying to do right by everyone, and perhaps failing them all in the process. Looking ahead, the emotional intensity of these upcoming episodes signals yet another turning point for Hollyoaks. Viewers will undoubtedly be left with pressing questions. Can Dillon recover from the emotional chaos of his confession? Is there any way for him to rebuild trust with Lucas? How will Saint handle being the object of Dillon's affection, while trying to keep his family together? And most of all, can this complicated trio find healing before their fractured bonds become permanently broken? As the storyline continues to unfold, audiences can expect more emotional reckonings, complicated decisions, and perhaps a few surprises. In Hollyoaks, nothing is ever simple, and love is rarely enough.